his phrase. Yeah, he came up with that.
He doesn't know how to prime anything. I'll bet he doesn't know what priming a pump is. I bet literally doesn't know what priming a pump is. That's how bad that is. That's how ironic that is.
Yeah, ironic.
And we probably wouldn't know how to prime a pump for that matter.
It's really interesting, these signs they have here, because they've saved these trees.
Oh.
In particular, these are cherry trees right here. And they're a special kind of cherry tree. Tree protection warning. It doesn't say be careful, you're going to fall off the edge. It's a tree protection. That's like so indicative of here, you know?
Well, you know better
beautiful
than
drive
fucking
right here.
Yeah, you know better than to. If you live here, you know that not to go near the edge of a cliff because the dirt's unstable. Children don't know better, but most adults do.
Look at those two houses next to each other.
That is the most putrid color.
It's incredible. They look great together.
Not complaining. Olive drab is probably one of my least favorite colors.
No, that's not olive drab. That's a lot worse than olive drab. I know what olive drab is.
That was puke green.
Yeah, that was baby shit green. Even worse, that was pea shit green. What a beautiful house that one is.
No, we do live in this unbelievable. When you get out here on Rucker, North Rucker is just...
Can you imagine? And it has a small front porch.
You know, it's just a little smaller. North Rucker, it's...
Wow, look at that.
It's really, really ritzy stuff.
They're actually rebuilding a house that will fit in the time period.
Apparently, they were talking about if you've been in lived in Wichita, they actually moved the beach mansion to fucking the Ford Museum in or something. They were talking about the beach house. I'm going like, couldn't be the beach mansion because
the one that had the little airplane on top of it at Christmas. Oh, that house too. They had the little airplane on top of the house every year.
Yeah, the one's right there. And I'm going like, I don't think they moved the mansion. They must be talking about some other house.
Yeah, I can't imagine
they were talking about how
move it to where?
Wife lived
to the Ford Museum.
Yeah, and
why would they move it to the Ford Museum?
I have no idea. But they were saying about the wife lived in the house. I'm going like, yeah, she lived in the house long after he died.
Olive and Beach sure did.
I'm confused by that. Maybe I.
Why would Eastboro sell that?
And good question. Looking at the thing about Wichita.
It's Wichita.
Roosevelt Junior High reunion.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people's names I didn't remember.
Well, for your year?
Yeah, or just they're trying to get a reunion of some sort going.
Well, we've been talking about that a couple of years ago, and
it showed up on my Facebook yesterday, so I just went
it came up again. That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
I was just interested.
But see, I'm not on the Roosevelt thing right now because I've got 5 more days of being on this name. I should go and check that out. I didn't think about it.
Interesting.
Man, it's just so nice out.
Well, Austin wanted to look at that video. I said, it's the song Hella Train. I'm standing there and you can see the rain splashing off of everything. And it is definitely raining, but I am dry.
Yep.
I am. My jacket had splotches.
Oh, you're standing down there? Yeah, exactly.
Lots of splotches of water, but
you don't get wet.
Although everything in my apartment, all the clothing I wear outdoors, usually like my jackets, they are all not wet, but they're all like
damp.
Yeah. It happens that if you walk,
better place to put them. Oh, you mean after you've worn them, maybe?
Well, this time of year they just get damp and they stay damp the whole time, the whole winter. Seems like always, unless it's. we had a lot of rain here. And then today, finally, yesterday and today, we had sun, but boy, we had a lot of rain.
Yeah, we had a lot last week.
And we also had a lot of hard rain.
Yeah.
The other night, again, middle of the night, I now don't remember what time it was, but it was the exact time. I remembered I was looking at, I heard that noise again. I looked outside. It looked like there was a bucket pouring off the fucking side of the house. I mean, hard rain, Kansas rain, bouncing off the pavement.
All I know is that as beautiful as it has been for the last 2.5 days, well, temperature-wise, it's been nice for the last
Several days.
6 days or so. But in particular, the last 2 days, it's been in the 60s. And for it to be like that, there are a lot of people. I made a remark on my video about the fact that I saw starts coming up next door in Dr. Roberts' house. There were little starts for the plants coming up. And man, that's dangerous. This is not the time for starts to come up.
Yeah, I know.
Because we have seen, there were times when it snowed on Quinn's birthday.
Yeah.
And that's May 19th. This is not the time to get all hopeful about starts coming up.
One particular year, there was this one plant that I used to walk by all the time, and it would turn red.
See, I checked it last year when I did. See, the little starts are coming up already.
But that plant would turn red, and it turned red early that year. And I said, I think that means we're going to. And we did have a cold winter. And then another year, I remarked to you, I said that a bunch of the stuff that usually dies didn't die because we hadn't had a winter yet. And that was one of those years when it snowed, and